Good morning, Philadelphia, and good morning, fans of Philadelphia. As today, we're sitting about 2 days away from the 2018 NFL Draft. But last year, we know how the NFL season started and ended here in Philadelphia on the Art Museum stairs. Our birds picking semi-middle of the pack. We took specific steps towards a goal some of us here in Philadelphia have been waiting a long, long time for. We know exactly how that ended up. We drafted specific needs, specific desires, and pieces to what then became a championship caliber team that took us all the way through the Super Bowl and eventually to that parade I've been talking about for years. In about 2 days, our Philadelphia Eagles have the responsibility to start the season again. This time though, in Dallas, Texas, where we pick 32nd because we are currently the Super Bowl champions. Now, if you came to the channel today thinking that I'm going to tell you exactly who the Eagles are going to pick, that's not the case today. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't know who we're going to pick, but I can guess on what positions I think they're in need for a team to repeat Super Bowl champions. That being said, look at the landscape, what we have to deal with. I think we have to pick safety. Rodney McLeod and Malcolm Jenkins are getting a little older. We have to replace them with somebody that's younger. Somebody that can play in case Malcolm Jenkins has to come down and play in that linebacker-ish position again. We don't know what the free agency status is going to be, and we have to think about long-term money. We can't pay everybody. You have to replace people with younger, cheaper talent to recycle over to maintain the city of champions. We definitely need tight end. This last year we were pretty deep with Zach Ertz and Trey Burton and Brent Selleck. As you know, Trey Burton goes off to Chicago. Brent Selleck we haven't re-signed. So now we really have Zach Ertz and Billy Brown. We do need potentially a linebacker. I mean, this is another offseason where we talk about Michael Kendricks being either released or traded. Who do we replace him with? We got Jordan Hicks that keeps getting injured. I mean, can we rely on him? Is he like our version of like Sean Lee that can't stay on the field? Nigel Bradham, we did choose to pay him, which is good. Very key for us. Looks like we have to draft linebacker for the future. Running back. We do have to go for running back. Do we have to draft high? I mean, I know there are reports that Deuce Staley likes the running back out of LSU. But with LeGarrette Blount signing with the Detroit Lions, Corey Clement, undrafted rookie free agent from last year, being our only solid running back. And then got Jay Ajayi last year of his rookie deal. And with questions about his needs, we might want to draft a long-term solution, long-term in running back years, like 4 or 5 years at running back. And last but not least, offensive line. We have an aging offensive line. I know Vaitai did very well in replacing Jason Peters. Jason Peters is coming back. Lane Johnson played the entire season. Of course, we've got Brooks, we've got Kelsey, we've got Wisniewski. But as we figured out last year, in order to stay not just competitive, but to win, you have to win in the trenches and defensive offensive line. I believe our defensive line is pretty solid right now. But we still and always have to continue working on our offensive line. So, yeah, I don't know exactly who the Eagles are going to pick to try to defend our NFL championship from last season. But what I do know is, when we do decide to pick, we need winners. We need people that will claw and fight. We need people that believe. We need people that can buy into Doug Peterson and the Philadelphia way of playing football. We need people that are able and capable of defending a title now. Because now last year we achieved what we've been waiting for years. Some people decades, lifetimes. But as Doug Peterson said, this is now just the new way of doing business. So I will be doing a follow-up video on who we decide to draft at what positions, and that'll tell us what the Eagles are thinking going forward into the 2018 football season. But I do want to end it on this note. Something special is happening now here in Philadelphia. And it seems like it started with our Philadelphia Eagles, even though there are certain events that happened prior to. Yeah, I was down here for the parade in 2008 for the Phillies, but it didn't seem like it started there. And I do know that the Villanova NCAA champions in 2016 happened. But now it's becoming more of a habit. Now it's becoming more of the norm, where our Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl. Villanova wins again the NCAA tournament. The Flyers making the playoffs. Yes, I do know, and I'm a little disappointed that they had an early exit against the Pittsburgh Penguins. But even looking at our Phillies, nobody, including myself, didn't expect, I know 3 weeks into the season, but our Philadelphia Phillies are a half game out of first place at 14-7. Huh? And last but not least,
listen, man, let's go Sixers!
For our Philadelphia 76ers.
We around like Philly. Eagles set it on first, baby. Eagles set it on first. Then Villanova, now it's the Eagles, and it's gonna be the Sixers. We coming for Golden State, we coming for Houston, and we coming for everybody else. Let's go!
You hear this passion? This ain't just the Eagles now.
It's not, baby.
It's the whole thing. Let's do this, baby. Let's go Sixers, baby.
Look at Embiid, nigga. Embiid. It's about Embiid. We gonna win this thing.
That's what I'm talking about. Something's different here in Philadelphia. We're no longer settling. And this is the fun part. We're talking sports. But going forward, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to your neighborhood and showing every individual why the fight that we see in our sports is no different than what we're going to see in our streets as we rise above what we used to think the norm is. This is the new norm. Philadelphia, we're here to support you, especially the Sixers, the Eagles. If you play in Philly, if you live in Philly, if you breathe in Philly, we're all in. Now let's show our support for our Philadelphia 76ers, close out the series tonight against Miami, and then move forward, following the same footsteps as our underdog Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go Sixers, trust the process, go Philly. Woo!